Hello everyone, and welcome back to some more Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Today we're going to be playing through Jetstream Sam's DLC story, and I'm going to be playing it on hard, just as I did with Raiden's. Now, a few things to know about Jetstream Sam, character, story-wise, and mechanic-wise, is that with him, he comes with a double jump and air dash, giving him the better aerial dominance of the three characters, which refers to Raiden, him, and Blade Wolf. But this also does come back to haunt him, as he does have a slower moveset than the other two characters. This easily leaves him open to attack, as you'll see in the later bosses anyway. However, he does make up for it in certain ways. One of the ways here is charge. It still leaves him open, but he dashes forward to his enemy, rather than just running towards him blindly. Another way is that Sam's parry style is different. It requires, well, less timing basically, because of how short it lasts. So it's easier to parry and immediately kill like that, pretty much. Another thing I forgot to mention in Raiden's story is that you can move in blade mode by holding down the left stick. And here's another one of Sam's things, to put it, that makes up for his slow moveset, his taunt, which basically replaces AR display, because story-wise, Sam does not have any cyborg enhancements. However, it's odd because Sam still has a codec, regardless. It's also weird because later his sword is mentioned as high frequency, but you need to be a cyborg in order to have a high frequency weapon. There's some plot holes to be filled.
Cherry blossoms.
Yeah.
I take it you're not a fan?
No. They make me sick.
Cherry blossoms confirmed as Armstrong's main weakness. We must fight him with the trees.
But Jesus. When I get my hands on that candy ass, he'll be lucky if he can even carry his box of shit out of the building.
Is it really so horrible? They're only trees.
They go from full blossom to bare in a week. One fucking week. Everywhere in DC you hear, oh, it's so fleeting and beautiful. Pathetic.
Speaking of time, Jetstream Sam's story actually takes 2 years before Raiden's story, or the main story, as it'll be referred to.
Not ugly. The wind blows, the flowers float away. It's simply how things are.
Oh, monsoon.
In any case, Minuano should be close.
Minuano, the cool Brazilian wind.
AKA Jetstream Sam.
And yup, you guessed it, Raiden, spoilers, sorry, but, you know, this is a DLC story after all. Raiden actually took Sam's bike in the main story, so there's a little bit of Easter eggs for you if you pay attention to the stories.
Hey.
Hey, what the hell you think you're doing, buddy? Well, what do we have here? Oh,
Or here you can actually see an animation goof. Even though Sam has just launched his sword, it still appears. Oh, silly animators. And so they died. The end. Police Officer DLC story over.
Oi, the smell!
And now to bring up a few more things about Sam's combat style. He actually does not have a stealth kill. The only stealth kill that you can really do is run up behind an enemy, blade mode, and kill them immediately. Of course, that only works on light enemies. Armored enemies will not be affected by that, and will only just be alerted, turn around, and probably hit you. Now, one thing to note about these water skippers is that in a part a little bit later, you're going to run into a door with them guarding it. And you basically can't activate doors no matter how far inland you run. If you're an alert, you cannot activate doors. So just remember, if you're an alert, just kill them. It'll save you time. Ah yes, a cardboard box, almost completely entirely useless. Oh, enemies standing in the way. Can you not? That'll make sure you never stand up again. Now, here we see a VR mission little laptop box, but Sam's VR missions are actually very tough, so I'm not going to be doing them, unfortunately. And here we have our first boss. Can you guess who he is? And spoilers, no, it's not Jetstream Sam. As amusing as that would be, it's not him. Chin jokes.
And you are?
LQ-84I, a prototype UG with a conversational interface.
A talking robot dog, basically?
State your business here.
Me? Oh, just sharpening my skills. Wandering the earth, dispensing justice, but only to those who deserve it. Such as outlaws, desperados.
You refer to World Marshal,
The ones holding your leash, right?
the ones who issue my orders.
And your orders are to kill me?
Yes.
Call me biased, but those seem like pretty dumb orders, Bob. Why don't you try thinking for yourself?
Cannot compute.
Myself.
Now, in seriousness, jokes aside and all that,
Should I disobey a
before we jump into Blade Wolf, don't mistake him for the main story Blade Wolf. This one is very aggressive. In fact, start to parry immediately.
I am sorry.
You're about to see why.
Well,
That's right. He attacks you straight away. You get no warning. He is very aggressive and will come at you in every other direction. Stay on your toes. But his aggressiveness is nothing. Really, it's not. Because you can kill him easily. Aggressiveness is nothing in the terms of offense, or really defense. If you need it, there's actually a little nano paste under that stairwell, right as you start, basically, to your right. Another thing to note with Blade Wolf's combos is actually if he's jumping at you, you know, where he glows all orange, then he won't stop until you either parry or he hits. And here comes the knife span. Fun fact, this actually took 2 tries to get. First time was because I didn't put on nano pastes, nor did I bother to. Almost had him too, and then I died. Even though I don't use it, do remember that taunt is still an effective measure. I only don't use it because I don't like the aggressiveness that comes out of them. It's too much for me to handle. And with that, he's dead once more.
How did you?
you fight because you're forced to. I fight because I choose to.
My design is flawed.
Now, I am quite good, you know.
No. Even in the past he explodes. And with that, we'll see you next time for part 2.